Hi, welcome to another episode. Today I'm sharing with you a presentation I did at a recent Toastmasters meeting, but you're going to find something really interesting in this. The theme of the meeting at this meeting was idioms. So they wanted the speakers to use as many idioms as they could. So if you watch the presentation that I did at the meeting, you will hear a lot of idioms. You might want to comment down below which idioms, or you count the number of idioms that you hear in the video, and put your comments down below. I'd like to see how many you got, and maybe add some questions about some of the idioms that I used that you didn't understand. So enjoy the video.
Thank you, VP. This is the notes. I was asked to add idioms to my speech, and now I've added idioms to my speech, so this is my cue card. So first thing I want to, as an English teacher, I have to speak about, a little bit about idioms. A lot of my students, they said they want to learn idioms. Because, you know, if you learn idioms, you can speak idiomatic English. But that's a mistake. The mistake is you don't learn idioms at the beginning to speak. You should learn idioms at the beginning so that you can hear and understand them. That's really the key. And so people learn idioms the way they learn vocabulary. They learn an idiom and they try to use it right away. It doesn't work that way, because an idiom has to fit. It has to be in the right time and the right place. If you just throw in an idiom just so you can use it, I guarantee you're going to sound stupid, because you're going to use it at the wrong time and do it. What are you saying? Because you're trying to be too clever. So that doesn't work. A good way to learn to use idioms is to use idioms in speech, because you can plan ahead. You can actually put it in the right place and you can check the meaning and what it means. So that's just a tip on idioms. So now on to my presentation. First I want to start with some statistics. Statistics about YouTube. How many people are on YouTube around the world? Anybody know? How many users are on YouTube?
10 billion?
1.9 billion. 1.9 billion. So it's sort of a quarter of the world's population. How many hours of YouTube videos are posted every minute?
10,000.
Every minute. Every day. Average.
70,000? 1 million.
1 million?
500 hours. Every minute.
Every minute.
Every minute is 500 hours of videos being uploaded. So that's a lot of videos. So the first question you have to ask is, wow, that's good and bad. Because it means there's a lot of competition for eyeballs. And so if you're going to produce a video, not only does the video have to be good, people have to be able to find it. And that's really the secret. The real secret to a successful YouTube channel is not the quality of your production. So most people, they think, oh, I gotta get all this fancy equipment, nice lighting, good sound, and all this, and then people will watch me. Absolutely not true. Because it's like whistling at a pretty girl in a dark room. You know what you're doing, nobody else does. So that's the problem with YouTube. Many people think, if I can produce a video, I can have a channel. That's a big mistake. So what are the basic equipment that you need for a YouTube channel? Well, it's not that difficult. One good thing is now you can use your phone as the main camera. But one thing you should do, if you're going to use your phone as your camera, make sure to get a stand like this one. And the second part that most people will ignore, get yourself a microphone. A good little microphone. Not expensive. A little microphone like this is $20 US. You clip it on like a newscaster, and your recording will improve 500%. If your sound is crummy, you will get no view time. Because within 10 seconds, people say, I don't understand, I can't hear what he's saying. And then people will stop watching. And if people stop watching, you're not going to get people to subscribe, and you're not going to get a lot of views. Guaranteed. And if you don't believe me, try to make a recording with your phone, with the microphone in your phone. It will not come very clear. It will come up kind of raspy and kind of staticky, and people will not listen to it. So if you do it properly with the microphone, you will have your 15 seconds of fame. And that will be your big deal. Then, after you've produced your video, you've shot it, you need some editing equipment. But again, your luck can be free. So on the Mac, iMovie, and on Windows you can get a basic movie maker to cut and chop. No need to have fancy titles and fade and dissolve. Just a basic video will work very, very well. And you really need to edit the video. Get it, boil it down, and get to the meat and potatoes. Forget about the gravy, forget about the dressing. You want meat and potatoes. And your audience wants meat and potatoes. They don't want all the fancy stuff. So, is that it? For many people, that's it. They think, well, I produce the video, I edit it, and then they put the video on and no viewers. You just, as they say, you cast your fate to the wind. But what happens? Nothing. I had personal experience. The first time I shot a video, I thought I did a great job. After 2 months, total of 37 views. So back to the drawing board. I went back to the drawing board, did my research, found out what you have to do to get views. So the second video I posted it, within 1 week I had 10,000 views. Within 1 month I had 30,000 views. All because of the strategies that I'm going to share with you right now. I guarantee this will get you more eyeballs. And that's what you want, more eyeballs. So, how do you get people to line up in droves? Think Google. YouTube is not just a video production platform. It's a search engine. It's the second largest search engine after Google. And it's owned by Google. So the key is learn to use keywords. Keywords is really the key. So if you pack your description and things with keywords, people can find you. And don't try to cheat. So there's what they call keyword packing. So you put in, the beginnings of the internet age, people would put sex, 50 times. Anytime you put type sex, the more times you post sex on your
I think you talked about sex too much.
You need to put keywords that people are looking for in your video, in your title, in your description. It's going to strike you dead for saying that. Thank you very much. So, the other thing you need to do if you're going to be doing YouTube videos, make sure you have a regular schedule of production. Don't do it when you feel like it. Do it every Wednesday, or every Saturday, or every Tuesday. That's the way to move the needle. If you really want to move the needle, that's how you do it. Have a regular schedule. People will look forward to your video coming out the next week. The other thing is watch time. So you got to look at your statistics. Look at your statistics, which you will get if you're on YouTube. You can see your statistics. How much of each video are people watching? So here's statistics. Under 20 minutes is the recommended length of a video. Off the loose was 16 to 18 minutes. Why? Because if people watch half the video, it's 9 minutes. If you post a 5-minute video, half the time is 2.5. YouTube counts your watch time. So the longer your watch time is, your favorite what YouTube calls the algorithm. So the algorithm is what you're saying to YouTube. Your favorite algorithm favors you. It will start suggesting you, it will start recommending you. It will say, this is a good video. People are watching this. Look at a spike in traffic. That's really the key. I did a 10-day series 2 years ago, and because of the 10-day schedule, I got 3,600 subscribers in 10 days. Because there was a huge spike in production, people were coming. YouTube said, hey, a lot of people watch these videos. It wasn't really true, but I had a spike. And the spike shows up on the algorithm as people are interested. So these are little tricks that you can do. Next trick, thumbnail. A lot of people ignore the thumbnail. You know that little picture that you see at the beginning? YouTube will generate a thumbnail automatically based on your video. But it's picking a picture randomly. It's better if you create the thumbnail, put large lettering on the thing. Something that's very provoking, like a question. Do you speak English well? Something like that. Because again, you're competing with 500 hours of video per minute. So if you see 16 thumbnails on the screen, you're going to have to make a choice. And based purely on the thumbnail. So if you have no thumbnail, you just let YouTube generate a thumbnail without any lettering. Again, no views or very little views. Google search, I mentioned that again, because without using Google search or YouTube search, it's like trying to find a needle in a haystack. And 500 hours a minute is a pretty big haystack. Okay? So there's a formula for getting people to continue watching your videos. At the beginning of the video, tell them what problem you're going to solve for them. If you're solving a problem for them, they're going to say, I want that. Or they may say they don't want that. But the ones that do want it will watch the entire video and mention it. And I'm going to give you some extra tips at the end. You stay to the very end. And again, you increase your view time. If you increase your view time, more views. Longer view time, the algorithm will love you. And that's the way the keywords help to move you up the rungs of YouTube. Oh, and get a free program online called TubeBuddy. So TubeBuddy will analyze all your statistics, tell you where the people are watching from, how long they're watching, and it's kind of like Toastmasters. It gives you little ribbons when you reach 100 videos. It says, you reached 100 videos, congratulations, keep going. So it kind of keeps you going, right? So it's a very motivational thing. With YouTube, you can analyze all your data, and as we say, you line your ducks all up in a row. And the last tip I want to give you is target to produce 100 videos as a minimum before you give up. That's the basic minimum. If you do 100 videos, come hell or high water, then you have a good chance that people are going to start watching you. If you don't do the 100 videos, you don't have a hope in hell. So, make sure that your videos are good quality, good sound. Try to do 100 videos. It may take you a year. It may take you 2 years. So 1 a week or 2 years will be 100 videos. But that's the way you're going to get views. That's the way you're going to build a lot of viewers. Oh, and one more trick. Reply to the comments. When you reply to the comments, you get points. The algorithm likes you. And in your YouTube videos, always ask a simple question, like a yes or no, or do you like, or what do you like, what's your favorite food, something like that. Simple one-word answer, because again, if they comment, you say, so leave your comments below in the comment section. Again, the more comments you get, the algorithm will like you. The algorithm will favor you, and you'll get a lot more views. And it's not just a little bit of views. When the algorithm likes you, it really likes you. And you'll wind up with a video that's nothing. All of a sudden, when you get comments, you'll get 50 views an hour. It's quite phenomenal. And having said what I've just said, I want to tell you one final story. The second video I posted, the one that got 30,000 views in a month, that video is still getting a lot of views. That video has got 760,000 views. I posted another 140 videos since then. All the other videos combined is not 700,000. So even though it seems like it's magic, there is really no magic formula. But put in the effort, try to go for 100, and you can really do well. So now it's time for questions and answers. Yes.
Because I want to start a YouTube channel as well, and I'm thinking I'm just setting up some equipment or maybe a topic. Because you need to write subtitles, you need to write the whole mindset, the map. And I'd like to ask if it's okay to use, because my mother language is Cantonese, I think.
Yeah.
And should we target the market of English, or will you just use Cantonese to start with?
So you want to do it in Cantonese, right?
No, in English.
In English? Yeah, that's fine.
That's fine?
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, I think that's one of the things that can be quite attractive. If you have a consistent message, because you're Cantonese, then you can do really well. One of the things that I do on my channel is I mention the fact that English is my second language, and that actually attracts a lot of people. They say, oh, because a lot of people have the idea that, oh, I can only learn from the native speaker, right? So I try to break that myth. And that, I get a lot of comments, and they say, oh, that's good. Other questions? Yes, Jared?
How many millions have you made from YouTube so far?
I haven't. Actually, that's a good question. So if you're doing YouTube out of Macau, you can't do the advertising, or you don't get paid for the advertising. There's only 68 countries that YouTube pays money to. If I was in Hong Kong, or if I lied and said I was in Hong Kong, they would pay me. But in fact, unless you're some guy like PewDiePie, you don't make much money with advertising. We're getting about $30 US for 10,000 views. So you do the math. It's a lot of work for very little money. So if you want to make money on YouTube, the way to do it is to create a channel with lots of views, but turn your viewers into followers. And what do we mean by that? Try to develop a mailing list, an email list, so that they become your property. Right? Then you can email them anytime you want, and then whatever you want to sell, and nobody has to know what you're doing. It's off to the side. And that's really where most people are making money on YouTube.
Create that database of users.
Yes. Followers. And that's again, some people want the channel just to get the fame. Oh, I got 50,000 subscribers, but you don't do anything with it, and it's tiring. If you can monetize it in some way, make money off it, you'll keep it going. If you say, oh, I don't mind making another video, I might make some money off it. Right? That's the consideration. Back.
So any tips for us to make attractive channel?
Can't hear you.
Tips to make an attractive YouTube channel.
Tips to make attractive YouTube channel. I would say that really with the competitive market, your content is really the key. So if you're just doing the same as everybody else, your chances of getting a lot of views are very, very slim because there's so many people doing it. So for example, in my space, which is the English learning space, a lot of people do the same thing. This week I do nouns, next week I do pronouns, and I do compound nouns. But there's thousands of websites doing that. So you really have to find a very different angle, very different approach. And the more different your approach, the more views you're likely to have. Because your keywords will show that your talk is not the same as everybody else. That's really one of the keys. And that first video I did, this is another thing where I tracked it. It was terrible. That second video I did was really ugly. I did it in a classroom with echoey sound, and the lighting was not very good. My eyes were half closed. Everything was bad, but it still got a lot of views. So again, somehow it's not the quality of the production. It's the quality of the material. People like that material, and they really share it. That's the other key, is if you can make your video shareable, that's really the key to success on YouTube. Information that people would share with their friends, like a good joke, or a good recipe, or good, anything people will share. That's really the key to real success on YouTube. So, our time is up. You've been a great audience. Thank you very much. Did you count the idioms?
So there you have it. A lot of idioms in a very short period of time. Did you get them all? Leave your comments below, ones that you didn't get or ones that you didn't understand. And talk to you later. Bye for now.